sitting here at 38, no kids. No kids on the horizon either, because I'm not married and don't have a partner. And I've somehow made it the last 40 years without getting divorced, having kids, or getting married. Put a finger down if you've ever been stood up on a date on a Friday night. If you think you're getting ghosted, you most likely are, but there's a 1% chance that he died or he's on a reality TV show. No longer in that relationship. I am now single. It wasn't a good date, it was a bad date. It was a bad date. If you are 38 and single, 28 and single, 48 and single, that one bad day does not equal a bad life. How are you still single? You're so pretty. What's happened that's made you be single? How many times have we heard that? The most annoying ick question in the world. If you're a guy and that's your first question off the bat, no woman likes that. What are y'all?
That's not true, ma'am. Women do like that. You don't like that because it reminds you of your age and that you're still single. That's why you don't like it.
Y'all's thoughts on having a child at 40, 41, 42, 43? Like, have you done it? What are your thoughts? Would you do it again? Are you against it? I actually froze my...
So even if 10 women, 100 women, 1,000 women told you they all had kids over 40 and it was fine, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have any risk. It has a lot of risks.
Eggs when I was 32 because I was really invested in my career. I wasn't dating anyone seriously. And I just knew that if this happened for me, it was going to be happening for me later in life. I swear, being 38 and single with no kids is such a wild ride because one day you can feel like an absolute loser. All of your friends are busy. They're in relationships. You're staying in on a Friday night. You don't have a date. Your hair is slicked back. You don't know what's next for you. It's really overwhelming. You don't know your direction in life. You can feel so completely alone. What age do men finally get their shit together? Because I'm 38, dating a 50-year-old that doesn't have his shit together. Like,
ma'am, just because he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you or doesn't want to marry you, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have his shit together. You're not the one.
At what age does it happen? I don't know if it does.
There is nothing more attractive than a man coming up to you and asking you for your number. Like, nothing on planet Earth is more attractive than that.
I'm gonna say this so loud and clear. You can't have closure with someone who doesn't give a fuck. Here's
True.
the thing. The spark is not a good thing. When you meet someone and you feel very intense emotions when you first meet them, you can't always tell that it's like anxiety or stress. Sometimes it feels like overwhelming excitement. But that is your body kind of warning you, being like, this person's not right for you. You want to go after the connection that you feel zen, relaxed. You're still going to be excited and happy.
No, they categorize those kinds of men and those kinds of interactions as boring. They like the drama. They like the excitement.
Happy and a little nervous in the beginning. But overall, you don't really have too crazy intense emotions with at first. That is a stable person.
Stop putting effort and entertaining people who don't want to date you.
So you can't handle an independent female who doesn't need a man. Just say that. It's not about can, it's don't want to. You can't shame me for not wanting something I don't want. Right? I like women who are feminine, soft. That's what I like. Right? Like, I like women who, when they come around, they're women. Not
Those kinds of women that just say they're independent, strong boss bees are saying that just because they're single, because no man wants them. So of course they're gonna say that. Of course, I choose to be single because I'm a strong and independent woman. No, ma'am. You are single because no man wants you. Or at least the kinds of guys that you want don't want you. You will always find a simp. By the way, guys, stop being simps.
this independent, don't need a man. That's just, that'll turn it from midnight to 6, like real quick. Don't need that. Thank you though.
If you're in a relationship, and someone DMs you, how do you go about that? You don't respond.
You don't respond at all?
Even if you say I have a boyfriend, men know I have a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you are in a relationship, you shouldn't say
You shouldn't even have Instagram if you're in a relationship. Why do you need Instagram? Well, I want to talk with my friends. Yeah, you can text them, you can WhatsApp them. You don't need Instagram for that. Oh, but I want to share my pictures with my family and friends. Yeah, you have WhatsApp. You make a picture, you send it to them. You don't need the whole world to see your pictures. Why? Because you want attention. Why? Because you want validation. So don't let them fool you guys. It's not because of their friends, of their family. It's just because they want validation and attention from other men.
yeah. Nothing.
And he's gonna come around in 2 months. You still got that boyfriend, like, you know, and he's gonna still be waiting, and you just let him know that you still have an interest.
And men will wait, and they know that about each other. And it's embarrassing to your man in your relationship to even acknowledge a man trying to get it.
True.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that.
I go to work every day. There are sacrifices that I make as a father all the time. I'm not around my daughters as much as I would like to be. I'm not with my family as much as I would like to be. Sometimes they resent it and what have you. I don't care. And you know why I don't care? Because I grew up starving. And as a result of that, anything that I do to ensure the well-being of my family moving forward, even in the event that I'm not around, as selfish as that may be, I'm willing to do it because I knew what it was like to grow up with nothing.
Women can never understand a man like this or why men think like this.
I don't care what any woman says. Good women will want a man with boundaries and standards. The only women that get mad about it are the toxic women. I promise you that a good woman will respect you if you respect yourself, and she won't be mad about it. She'll find it attractive. A good woman doesn't want to walk all over you. Good women love men who know their value. Toxic women want you to change your values for them.
Yeah, they will try to shame you. They will try to call you insecure. Stay away from women like that, guys. Because believe me, they have no boundaries with Chad. But they have boundaries with you.
5 more mistakes that sometimes women make in marriage. Number 1,
Okay.
on their phone too much, addicted to phones. Put them down. We all can work on this. Number 2.
If they're addicted to their phone, they're addicted to attention and validation. What are they doing on their phone? They're not just scrolling on TikTok. They're posting pictures. They see who liked those pictures. They're responding to comments. That's what they do. They're not using their phone to try to look up recipes. No.
2, not telling your husband what you need and expecting him to already know. He's not a mind reader, and he probably wants to help you if you just tell him. Number 3, not realizing how important making love is to him. Number 4 is only touching your husband when you're gonna make love. Physical touch is so important to most men. It's one of most men's main love languages. And number 5 is not expressing appreciation enough. Husbands want to know that you are thankful for them and for all they do for you and your family.
So I was talking to my friend yesterday, and I think we figured out why women can't date most of the men in this generation. Men like to say that women are chasing the top 10% of guys based on looks, height, dick size, money. It's nothing to do with these things. It's because most masculine men who are confident and assertive are not kind, caring, or sensitive, or emotionally intelligent. The most attractive and manliest guys I've come across can be quite cold and rude and lacking in empathy. And then the men who...
Yeah, because they're smart. Because they're not thinking with their emotions, they're thinking with their brain. Those are the kinds of men that make the right decisions. Yeah, he's cold because he wants to read you, to see how many red flags you have. He doesn't want to be emotional because when you're emotional, you make stupid decisions. But women don't understand that. Why? Because they just operate on their emotion. That's all. They're not logical like us. So, of course, to her, a man that is logical seems cold.
Have evolved to be kind, caring, and emotionally intelligent and empathetic, they are now overly feminine. They're lacking in the confidence and assertiveness, which is just not attractive to women. Women are hardwired to be attracted to a confident, assertive provider type.
Yeah, but those kinds of guys are cold because they're smart. And smart people are not emotional. Only weak people are emotional.
Someone told me that because I'm a stay-at-home mom and my husband pays all the bills that I'm oppressed. I can't even say that with a straight face. Says the one that can't even get someone to marry them.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Do you see this? Do I fucking look oppressed to you? I haven't touched a gas nozzle in 8 years. I have not pulled out my card to pay for anything in 8 years. If this is what oppression looks like, then sign me the fuck up. Are you dumb or are you stupid?
They're both.
Yes, I will cook for my husband. Yes, I will clean for my husband. Yes, I will raise my husband's children. Because some men fucking deserve that. I'm so terribly sorry for you that you keep finding sticks in the mud that treat you like shit. But bitch, don't come over here telling me what my reality is.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time. I'm having the best time, a grand old time. 80 years with this man is not enough.
How many times have you heard a woman say that 80 years with this guy is not enough? How many times?
Fuck out of here. I'm oppressed. Good God, get out a dictionary and study history. You sound fucking stupid.
Women are not emotionally intelligent, and when a woman says that she wants emotional intelligence from a man, what she really means is that she wants a man to be able to change his behavior to make sure that she isn't the one being out of control with her emotions because she's not able to control them herself. It means that the men in their lives have to behave a certain way to essentially make her behave correctly because she doesn't know how to control her own self and her own emotions, and she's not emotionally aware of things that are going on around her. Most women that...
A guy that is intelligent, that sees that you're overly emotional and you can't control your emotion, will just leave, won't stick around, because he has no time for that.
Scream emotional intelligence don't even know what it means. It means being in control of your emotions and using logic around situations and adapting to different environments, which women cannot do, myself included. When a woman says that she wants a man to be emotionally intelligent, it means that he has to just know everything that she's feeling 24/7, 7 days a week. And it gives her the ability to deflect accountability and shift blame as to why he doesn't just know. Women think that just because they're emotional, it means that they're emotionally intelligent. But the reality is that women use their emotions as an excuse for poor behavior, or they use their emotions to shift blame to the men in their lives for not being emotionally intelligent, when really men are more emotionally intelligent than women.
Yeah, guys, just look at the previous woman who said that most men aren't emotionally intelligent because they're cold. She doesn't even understand that being cold, what it means is that he's smart, he's controlling his emotions, and he's just using his brain to see if the woman is right for him or not. But to her, that feels cold. Why? Because she's used to having lots and lots of emotions and she can't control her emotions. So of course, to her, that seems cold.
And women don't want to accept that or believe that, so it's easier to just blame men instead.
Yeah.
Exactly, because no matter how smart they are, if they talk long enough, they always gonna say something stupid. And that is why I love me a quiet king. Like, if I go on a date and I gotta compete for airtime and conversation, like, immediate deal breaker.
Of course, man, because you're a very masculine woman. And you don't want to compete with another man, you want to dominate him. You want to dominate the conversation. That's why you want the man to be quiet. But she doesn't understand that.
Because as a man, why do you have so much to say? Shut up. Like, go pay a bill. Go cut some grass. Go build something and do it quietly.
I wouldn't have done it, and if
I don't know you, then
please stop interrupting me. The thing is, when I got...
These are the kinds of women that I'm talking about that can't control their emotions. If I'm speaking, let me speak. When you're speaking, I let you speak. What does she do? She starts crying. I don't want a woman like that in my life that can't control her emotions, that cries from everything. I can't do it. I can't. To me, they're like children. You're a child. You're not a woman.
Got down on one knee again. I got interrupted.
I mean, she did interrupt him. Why is she crying? She interrupted him. You know, he said please.
Because she can't control her emotions, because she's a woman child.
This is why so many men always say that women cannot take accountability and they cannot take responsibility for their actions, because he is in the right here. She interrupted him. He said, please stop interrupting me, which she's probably done before, and she cried.
Yeah, and if you ask her, he's to blame. Just look at how he talks to me. Yeah, because you're acting like a child. And a man gets tired, because I'm sure it's not the first time. She probably did this 100 times. At some point, it's enough. You just have enough.
So, not taking responsibility.
So I'm just going to say something, and it may or may not be controversial, but this is from my own personal experience, so take it with a grain of salt. Look, a lot of men are shady and they're going to cheat, whether it's physically or just emotionally. It doesn't matter. It's the same. You might as well risk going into a relationship with someone that is actually stable financially than going into a relationship where someone does not have it figured out and goes 50-50 with you on absolutely everything, because those men are capable of cheating as well. And if they do cheat, you come out of the relationship with a loss. They've wasted your time. You've also lost money. And moving forward, I will not be going 50-50 with a guy, because my last 3 exes were 50-50 guys and both weren't faithful.
If you have to jump through hoops for a woman, she doesn't like you. If
Yep.
you are that guy doing all of the things right and trying to court her and buy her flowers and you're pretty much simping over her, she doesn't like you.
Just remember, guys, Chad didn't have to do anything, and he still smashed her. He just got her number and then sent a text at 11 p.m. Hey, come to my place. And that's it. He didn't buy flowers. He didn't take her to coffee or to a nice restaurant. He didn't do anything.
Women are easy. Women will give it up to you if they like you. Women will let go of all of their supposed standards when they like you. When they like you, they suddenly want to cook for you. They want to take care of you. It's in our nature to be naturally nurturing and take care of people. So if she's not taking care of you, it's because she doesn't like you. So if you're doing 100 things and you're thinking in the back of your mind, like, yeah, she banged her ex-boyfriend on the first night that she met him. Yeah, exactly. It's because she actually liked him and she doesn't like you. And no, do I know why women play these mind games? Absolutely fucking not. But I'm going to tell you, it is the same for every single woman. The moment that we like a man, all of our supposed standards go out the window. It's like we have a mind fog and we're fucking stupid. And we're easy. Women that like you will sit there and watch you play video games. Women that like you will sit there and like your favorite sports team. The women that like you will cook, clean, and take care of you. Women that like you get a little bit jealous. If she doesn't get jealous, she doesn't fucking like you. If you talk about other women and she doesn't care and she's nonchalant, it's because she doesn't like you. I can't stress this enough. If you are doing everything and doing it a million times over and over,
you're just a simp. Stop being a simp.
You shouldn't have to do all that work to get the girl that you want. Because if she likes you, you don't have to do shit.
When did dating become men versus women? Like, I thought it was supposed to be fun. I posted a video about how guys don't really come up to girls anymore in bars. 80% of the comments were like angry men. And they're angry at women. Most of all the men are saying that women have put men down so much for trying to talk to them or like calling them a creep. And they're just like, I'm not gonna go up to women anymore. And this comment especially, we will not be fluffing your egos. That just feels like you hate women. I don't know, like, flirting and going out, it's not that serious. It's a little scary that...
It's not that serious for you, ma'am. But for a guy, when he can get embarrassed and call the creep and maybe even call the police on him, it's more serious. I know for you it's not serious because you're 20-something and you just want to have fun. Of course.
So many guys think this way. When majority of my friends, who are all like normal 25-year-old women, none of us are putting guys down if they come up to us. If anything, we're like, oh my god, yay, but maybe he's just like not our type, or maybe, I don't know, there's something we learn about him that just doesn't fit what we're looking for. But in some way the narrative got twisted that they should almost like hate women. It's really fascinating and it's like really...
Okay, ma'am, let's say you're the exception. When a guy goes out to 10 women, to get their number, to see how they are, to start a conversation. And maybe you're the exception, but the other 9 put him down, call him a creep, do all kinds of stuff. We see now social media, they start recording. Why would he do it? If 9 out of 10 times he gets rejected, he gets put down. After a certain number of times, you get fed up with it. So I understand why most men don't want to do that anymore.
Worrying to me. But at the same time, I know a lot of guys that don't think like that, and it's TikTok and the internet, so I always take everything with a grain of salt. But
yeah, you know guys at 25 that don't think like that. Why? Because they haven't been rejected so many times. Talk to a guy at 35. See in 10 years how many more times he has been rejected. At some point, you get fed up with it.
how did that happen? Like, how did we get here?
Here's a really good example of programming. When you guys hear the word submit, your brain doesn't hear the word submit. It hears the word slave.
True.
And I totally get that. I'm a woman too, and that's what I used to associate it with when I was younger as well. But if you actually stop to think about it, so do you guys think, because this is why everybody always wants to drag me down here, right? They're like, I can't believe that his wife would go along with him saying this awful stuff. And then I come down and say, okay, look, if Andrew says, honey, I know I've got this really good, secure job where I'm making $200K a year, but I have a business idea, I've got a great plan. It's way like over your head of like, I've got things to do with stuff you have no idea about.
Yeah, I have no time to explain to you every little detail of why I do what I do, of why I came to that decision. Because that way, I get nothing done.
And I really just don't want to like explain a bunch of stuff to you that's completely over your head and confuse you with stuff that you know nothing about and care nothing about. So
why would I start explaining to my girlfriend every little detail about how YouTube works, about YouTube analytics, about the click-through rate, about all those kinds of stuff that she doesn't need to know? Why did you do that? If I start explaining every little detail, why I changed my title, why I changed my thumbnail, why I did that, why I did this, I don't have time for that. Yeah, I did that because I think it's better this way. Okay, it's so simple.
Oh, I just want you to trust me. I know it's a little risky, but I'm taking this leap of faith. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, the wife is going to immediately go to like, oh, but what if we don't have health insurance? And what if we don't have this? And what if it doesn't work out? And do you have a backup plan? And how do I know this is going to work? And what if it means that our income goes down for a while? The woman's like natural thing is going to be to come up with every objection possible. And sometimes in order for men to get things done, they have to be like, look, you just got to trust me on this. I don't have like days to convince you and months to calm all your fears and your worries. And like, I really can't go through all that. This is what I'm going to do. I have a really great opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, this is what happens when your girlfriend or your wife actually trusts you and respects your judgment. You don't have to argue with her or you don't have to explain everything to her. Hey, we're going to do this. Okay. It's so simple because she trusts you.
See, a lot of women will go and get beta males because he's not going to say a thing. He's going to let you run amok. He's going to let you do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. And we've gotten to the point where we don't want to be alone, but so we want somebody.
Yes. Yep.
But then we want somebody that's not going to tell us nothing.
Right, right.
We want somebody that's not going to hold us accountable. We want somebody we could talk to, flip out the mouth. At the end of the day, the whole thing is we wanted to escape order. So we fled to independence because we wanted to escape order because the order that we saw was not really order. So let me talk about the bad word here.
Go ahead.
Submission.
That's not a bad word. I don't think that's a bad word.
No.
Oh,
it's a bad word by nature.
Oh, okay. Got you.
If you say it to the average woman, especially one that's out of order, she's gonna say, "I want a part of that."
Right.
I'm just wondering what kind of options would be available to me. I'll give you a quick synopsis. I'm 42 years old. Last year I used to weigh 203 pounds.
If she doesn't get on camera, you know why she doesn't get on camera.
None.
No, I'm not finished.
None. Yeah, you
that
are.
Was last year.
Yeah, you are.
Last year, this year I weighed 165.
No, ma'am. I said you're finished. You're finished.
I'm done.
Yep.
There's nothing left for me.
Not realistically.
Well, thank you.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because I'm 42.
See, it's the age and the weight, and then if you have any children.
So my kids are.
Okay, ma'am. I don't need to. Okay, I don't want to sound like rude, but see, over 40, and you're obese, and then you have children. Okay, the only way that there would ever be any chance for you is if you were gorgeous, and if you were gorgeous, you wouldn't be calling.
Because I'm an avid reader, you know. My girlfriend gets upset sometimes. I mean, there was a time when we're lying in bed and I would touch her and then I would read and I would touch. And she thought we were going to make love. And then she rolls over to me and I said, no, I was just using the wetness to turn over the pages. And I read because that is who I am.
Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.